Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cosplay Podcast. And it's, damn it, I've got a strange sense of deja vu. Do you guys have it?
Yes.
Yeah, I really there's deja vu right now.
Yes, for those that aren't aware, we had a rock and roll 45-minute chat. It was full of scandal and slander, and then my computer blue screen of death. So if you notice some weird skipping, that's not editing. Well, it probably is editing as well. But that's because I'm hitting the on and off button every 20 minutes to make sure we won't have that big shortfall. But anyway, let's get back to the introductions. I am Danny Huang. I'm a cosplayer. This is my slide. Yep. That's me riding a Dragonair with Sophie right in the background and Amanda. Oh, that's me looking all serious. And, oh, that's me on a castle. That's looking cool. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to do introductions. Anyway. Yes. I've been cosplaying since 2008 and really got into it seriously in 2013 and yeah, I'm a cosplayer. Jess!
Hello, I am the owner of Costume and Play. We do events all around the country, masquerades, and we feature cosplayers, which is amazing to show off everybody's work and what they do. And I'm a stage manager, and I am a cosplay community manager, and I have lots of boring corporate sounding titles. That's me. In terms of cosplay, I've been involved in it for about 4 years now, but I came into it kind of backwards. I started off managing the stage, and I was like, oh, there's this thing, and there are costumes, and it's really cool. I want to do this thing. And I don't profess to be the best cosplayer, because I'm really not, so having the ability to showcase other people's work is really exciting for me. So yeah, that's me.
Okay. And Mel!
Hello. I'm Mel, otherwise known as Seriously Cosplay. I've been cosplaying since about 2013, coming up to 2 years now, so I'm still a newbie at this thing. Basically, I'm involved with Costume and Play with Jess, do a lot of behind the scenes sort of stuff at events, tend to help out people rather than sort of be on stage myself more so. And I'm more about basically having fun in costume with my friends, and just being in character. Kind of what I intend to enjoy about costumes. Again, I'm not necessarily the most, handmade costume of beautifulness. I'm more kind of buy things and put them together and hand make some things and kind of throw it together and just have fun as the character, to be honest. That's more what I'm about. I'm more about character cosplay.
And helping me make buttons work.
And helping you make buttons work and helping you make costumes and helping you get into costumes, yes.
Sweet. And today's guest, we have Jake Broster, who, would it be fair to say you're a method cosplayer?
Well, I think I'm the cosplay granddaddy, seeing as I've been doing this since 2005. That's right. I love making stuff. I love doing the voices and being the character. You know that guy? No, not that guy. The other guy at the convention, and you think, oh my god, what is he doing? He's amazing. He's being the character. He's being just in the moment, getting any kind of reaction, be it oh my god or just like oh my god, get away. Gotcha. That's me.
Gotcha. And you've been doing it since 2005, I believe. It's as if I've heard you say that before.
Yes. I'm also a Time Lord, and I might have to save the universe in a bit. But you'll never know.
Sweet. And you're also Dr. Horrible, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Well, as much as I save the world, you gotta destroy it. Well, I just need to rule it.
Sweet. And, right, that's the briefest of briefest introduction. Again, oh man, if only that computer didn't die. But anyway, we can now start talking about events. And you know what? I'm going to skip all my events.
Just to say, Danny.
Danny, just
talk about one.
All right, the last event I went to was Birmingham MCM. That was godlike because, I dressed up as the 4 assassins, and it was a good event, and it's a really, really consistently good event, and I'll probably redo this anyway on the next show, which will be officially episode 1, and the event was godlike, and then the next day on Sunday, I spent it with my friends Hannah and Amanda, where we just basically rode around on her Dragonair. Brilliant event! 10 out of 10! So, like I said, let's talk about what events we've been to. Jake, I believe last weekend you went to an event called Sherlock, which there was some rather there was a mate I was with, quote unquote. He wanted to see it burn to the ground, and I asked, whoa, buddy, why did you want to see it burn to the ground? Then I looked at the prices, and it was like, well, it's a lot pricier than regular. So would you definitely say you got your money's worth, Jake?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I came to the convention knowing that it was going to be crazy. I mean, you got Benedict Cumberbatch there, you got Mark Gatiss, you got Stephen Moffat, even got Una Stubbs, Mrs. Hudson. Gotta love Mrs. Hudson. Yay. So I went to it thinking, right, I know I'm not going to get in for Benedict. I'm just going to have a laugh. I went on the preview night on Friday, and I was walking about. I was in normal clothes. I was just Jake. And I was thinking, oh, I want to dress up. I want to cosplay, but what could I do? I know. I'll be a building. And so I decided to go as the St. Bart's Hospital to reenact that so classic scene. And using puppets, I both shocked, amazed, and weirded out quite a few people on Saturday. But it was a laugh. It was great fun. But yes, there was a bit of like the drama at the convention. But
drama? Do tell.
Yeah, well, everyone was complaining about all the crowds and that, for the lines and everything. But you're going to get that with a show like Sherlock. It is so popular. It is so big. There were people from all walks of life, from different parts of the world. It shows how powerful good storytelling is, and that is one of the best storytelling shows.
I'm a massive fan of Sherlock, and I couldn't go, unfortunately, because I couldn't afford the train fare to London.
Yeah.
I was kind of gutted because I did want to go and help with what costume and play we're doing, which was doing the cosplay parade. Yay! And Jess was there. I'm kind of jealous still.
Sorry.
But yes, I did give up my costume idea to Jess and went, Jess, you should go as Irene Adler. Aha!
It was amazing. I spent 49 pence on my costume because the only thing I could buy was a bow.
Okay, so it definitely was not burned to the ground material, and I think you were quoting that compared to a Leonard Nimoy appearance that was like 70 quid before, that the amount you paid was well within reason, you would believe?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this day and age now, conventions and people getting out to these community events is a lot easier than what it was years ago. That's how old I'm making myself sound. So, yes, of course, the prices will go up. Inflation and business and government, the voting is coming up.
Those who bother to vote, yeah.
So, I'm not surprised at the price. I still had fun playing People Tetris.
Oh, whoa, explain People's Tetris. Oh, actually, it ain't going to work a second time. No, when Jake refers to People's Tetris, he's just referring to filtering through crowds, which is, to be brutally honest, standard issue behavior at any convention.
And like I said, the best way of doing it is putting on 4-inch heels and being 6 foot, and you can see over the top of everyone. It's great.
Yes. Or you could just
not gained any taller since the first time that we mentioned about this height.
Get on my level, 6 feet, and I already told that joke. Yeah, we're gonna expect a lot of deja vu jokes because my computer blue screened of death. And oh man, we had some excellent material. So what you're getting is it's kind of like that Tenacious D song, the greatest song in the world.
It's a tribute.
Yeah, the tribute. No, tribute. Oh, sorry. So it's like this is a tribute to the podcast that never happened.
But yeah, like Sherlock Flat, as Jake was saying earlier, one of the best things that we saw when we went down to see the cosplay, because we were like, okay, well, this is either going to be amazing and there's going to be lots of cosplayers there, or it's going to be really awful and I'm going to have to stand around and basically do what I have to do sometimes when nobody shows up to a masquerade, because it's like a brand new event, which is basically create a lot of filler material. But I didn't. There was so many entries, and I felt really sorry for MC, because it was like, and now we have Sherlock, and now we have Sherlock, and now we have Sherlock. But they had these amazing 2 girls that were cosplaying the actual Sherlock Flat. So one of them was the 221B door, and one of them was the wallpaper, which was absolutely phenomenal to see. It was phenomenal to see, like, the creativity that these people had gone to, and it's been like, we're a massive fan, but we don't just want to be Sherlock. We want to, you know, come with something really memorable and really iconic. So that was really
I
good.
always like the really unusual cosplays. Like I was saying before, like my favourite one probably from Manchester MCM last year was the ball pit just after the DashCon thing.
Shout out to DashCon.
Yeah, but I was going to say somebody cosplayed as a ball pit, and it was amazing. I was just like, that is actually an amazing costume.
Yeah, absolutely. You heard it here first.
What was that?
Don't cosplay objects.
Was that con based on Reddit or was it 4chan? I've forgotten now. It was some...
I don't remember now.
Yeah, because it was a specific online thing that it was... And you kind of think... Oh, no, it was Tumblr! You kind of think, okay, you're going to have a convention ran by people on Tumblr. Why does anybody even think that's a legitimately good idea? Why? Seriously.
Something good has come out of it. Like,
and
we
they
have
gave a
ball
free hour
pit
in the
every
ball
con
pit
now.
to people.
Yeah, we have so many ball pits at so many different like core conventions now. It's amazing. I love ball pits. I'm sat next to a Bluna con. It's fine.
Yeah.
So there is a picture somewhere of my Jane from Firefly in ball pit, which is quite an amazing picture, to be honest.
There's a picture of me in a massive prom dress when I was opening the masquerade ball. Sitting in this ball pit with this massive purple dress on.
It's a pretty dress. Pretty
It is
dress.
a pretty. Me and Mel need to do like a little slideshow of like random things that have happened.
Stupid pictures,
Oh, well, like I
yeah.
said, next time you load them up, I'll put them on. But anyway, what events have you been to, Mel? Something about insomnia, and we were having a really delicious conversation about it. So would you like to retract that?
I actually didn't go to Insomnia. That was Jess.
Sorry.
Hello.
Oh, Jess, I heard you went to Insomnia. How was that then?
Yes, I did. Tell you what, if there's an event, I've been to it. Yeah, no, it was really amazing. It's really good fun. I love Insomnia. It's one of my kind of highlights of the year, as it were, because I love gaming in general. Like, I started out before I did all this cosplay. I started out in gaming. So to kind of be there and to get to chill with all the lanners and things like that, it's always
Ladders. That's really a term. Wow,
yeah, like it really
I've said
is.
it again.
It's local area network. Yeah, I've been learning things. I totally know about computers now. Local area network gaming, and basically it's where like a bunch of gamers will just like pick up their PCs and they'll be like. Mel's better at describing this than I am, but they'll be like on a train or something like that, and they'll literally just like carry.
When I have been to Insomnia in the past, and I have crewed the cosplay there in the past, and literally people will go on the train and they'll carry their monitors and they'll carry their computers on the train, and literally there's no luggage space whatsoever on the train. Like literally my suitcase will fit nowhere because of the fact that everyone's got their monitors with them, and literally they're all stood there at the train station with their monitors, and it's just insane. I'm just like,
it
wow.
basically looks like somebody's gone into like IKEA or what's a place that sells television, Curry's, and like just basically robbed Curry's. Like that's what the line looks like for this event. But like when you're sat around and you're watching or playing like just some of the most like amazing kind of indie games or community games or things like that. Like we sat around having a game of Gang Beasts, which is like these little jelly babies basically beating each other up. And people are like, go. Yeah, Gang Beasts is an amazing game. It's really popular.
I haven't played that game.
Another really good one is a game called I Am Bread, where you literally play
no,
a slice of bread.
No.
Yes.
I refuse to play that game because, as somebody pointed out, that is so blatantly YouTuber bait. It's games made for PewDiePie, Markiplier, or people with really, really good voices. Unlike mine.
Can I explain it?
Yeah.
Yeah, explain, because I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's amazing. Like, basically, you play this slice of bread, and you start off in the kitchen, and the aim of the game is to get from wherever you are, I think you start on the kitchen counter, to the toaster. And if you fall on the floor, you get dirty, and you're not edible. And you have, like, 4 points on the bread, which corresponds to 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the keyboard. And, like, you have to kind of shimmy the bread, so, like, if I do a demonstration on my sofa,
God.
You'll be like, a slice of bread, and you'll be like, shimmering along your sofa like this, and then you've got to like jump on the wall. That's my. I've looked silly now on this podcast for you all.
Okay, but as I was saying, the actual cosplay element of Insomnia is a bit light, but we can take from it because I've seen the videos. They are, well, yeah, because you've got all that. You got all that esports money in it. So I saw the video, the Masquerade videos from there. The stage lighting and everything. But yet, I think the last one I saw, I think there was only like 12 cosplayers or something like that. Not many.
Yeah, like I think what makes kind of cosplay amazing at Insomnia is that you get like this get to go on this amazing stage, which is amazing opportunity anyway.
Scary.
But you also get so much content is generated from it. Like you'll have like the most amazing and professional photos when you're done. You'll have this amazing video of your performance when you're done. And I'll be honest, I think bar maybe LSCC, which the production values for are really good, I would still say that Insomnia's kind of production values and like the experience that they have there is really good. So like you'll look at the cosplayers and it'll be a case of the amount of time and effort that they put into their costumes is amazing. And cosplay at Insomnia is still so young, like it's still really growing. And it sounds really lame, but I've looked at Insomnia's marketing report. Sorry, but it's still like an audience that is 70% male based. When you're kind of taking cosplay into a convention, and you're trying to kind of get it established for the first time, like it's one of those things that just kind of grows slowly, and it's growing in an environment that is predominantly male that we're all trying to turn into like a very balanced environment. So
no, for sure. Actually, let me see if I can bring that. Let me see if I can bring that. Oops, sorry. Let me see if I can bring that. Let me see if I can bring that up in my Magic Media window. Let's see if we can find Insomnia Masquerade, because again, we got to share this to the world because the production values were.
Except that stage has amazing lighting, but it's also huge. It's a huge stage. If you want to do a good performance, you're going to have an amazing space to do it.
I can probably find a video really quickly if you want me to send you one.
Send it to me in the chatty thingamajig. Masquerade. Yeah, I forgot about this gadget of mine. Yeah.
Like I said, in terms of like, I have severe stage fright, as I've mentioned to you guys earlier, and basically trying to get on one of those stages, which again was my first experience on stage. Actually, was at an Insomnia.
Oh, yep. Oh, hold up. I got one. Oh, bloody hell. I remember this. Jeez. Hold up. Let me just sit. Whoa. Oh, they got to do slide. Oh, thankfully there's no ads. Yeah, I'm gonna mute it for the sake of YouTube. They like to copyright anything with the remote, with like 1 or 2 bars of "I want to be the hero" or something like that, or "I want a hero." And we just drag that over there. Hold up. Let me just bring my media apparatus and. Right, here we go. There were 2 hosts. Let me just slide forward a bit. Wow. Yeah, like I said, we're looking at some very, very savory productions here. We've got, you got little smoke machines, you got stuff like that. Hold up, let me just forward a bit so we can see some of the Masquerade.
Which eye number?
Oh, I know that guy. It was the I-53. It's the I-53 one. We got Rocket Penguin, my mate Dave.
That one, eh?
Hey.
Oh, we got a guy that's having difficulties getting to the stairs. That's why you have minders. Oh, is that Pippa? Oh, it is.
It will be Pippa. Yeah, I know which one it is.
With her black widow, with her bracelet.
Watch out for just after that. There might be somebody on that stage just after Pippa.
Like I said, yes, folks. Just check out the production values on this. This is multiple camera setups. What Masquerade again outside of, let's say, London Super Comic Con actually had that? And by the way,
even London Super Comic Con don't have multiple camera setups in.
Yeah, they did, but
did they?
They didn't bother to put the videos online, which is like why I got the videos here right in front of me. I mean, maybe they'll put them online later on, but like I said. Ooh, like I said, this is some exceptional production value. But whoa, we're getting Whoa. But anyway, let's get back to events. So, Insomnia, you would say a good event, but a little thin on the ground for cosplay.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even say it's that thin on the ground. Like, it depends on which event it is. Like, if you attend the one in August, that's where most of the cosplayers will be, and that's the one where most of the cosplayers will tend to go to, because it's really nicely placed in terms of the event calendar. Like, there's not really that much on in August in terms of events, whereas the spring one can be like, you know, people are kind of save up for MCM and things like that, so it's kind of competing with those in like an event sense. And the winter one's always been generally quiet, but yeah, like it's growing slowly as well, because like when it comes to cosplay, it'll always be something that's really slow to grow into any event anyway, just because it's like you can't turn around and expect people to produce like months and months of work.
There was one girl that like I met last like 2013 November that had a cosplay at that time, and then she basically spent all year building her next one for the next November.
Yeah,
so that was pretty cool.
Sweet. Hold up, let me just the first file, so we don't have to repeat all that again should my computer magically crash.
Yay!
And the people watching the VOD will probably think, what the hell are they talking about?
We mentioned it enough times.
I thought we were like gonna watch some professionals. No, this is a silly bloke in his shack, and this is a tablecloth behind me. Look at the facade. It's like I got a copy of Titanfall there for some weird apparent reason, and boy did that game die. But anyway,
it's fine. I've been enjoying trying to figure out what DVDs Jake's got, like in the background.
Oh, what has he got? We don't know.
And I like the little Stay Puft Man he's got as well, and the little Jack Skellington.
You've just been like scouring Jake's.
Jake's that's the great.
I have. It sounds a bit weird. But...
I have a very boring background. It's fine.
No, that's the great thing about these webcam shows. We can just pull all kinds of silly things off stage. I've got the compact Nielsen Japanese English dictionary. I don't know why that's there. And I've even got a copy of Jump Weekly with Gintoki from Gintama. Yeah.
I have empty Smarties cupcakes, and I have a Blunicon.
And
I have a Jane gun. I have a Vera.
I have a Donatello.
Oh,
the clever one! And I forgot to mention. Yeah, I think we should mention the folks. We occasionally talk about cosplay, but most of the time we derail. But,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, but anyway, Jake. So what events?
Yeah.
What events are you going to be going to then? I believe you'll be going to a Transformers event.
That's right. On the 21st to the 23rd of August.
It's like you're psychic, Danny. Oh my god.
He's like psychic. It's like he knows what's in my head. I don't like it. I would have to use my magic spells or something. Auto Assembly 2015. It's going to be the last Auto Assembly this year. If you love Transformers, if you just want to have a fun 3 days with like-minded guys and girls who love those robots in the skies, be it the comics, be it the cartoons, be it the actual plastic, you know, get some toys in, get those toys. They got some exclusive toys. They have some great ones, even like the golden figures that they bring out in Japan nearly every other year.
Golden figures?
That's right. Every series of Transformers in Japan, they smother one in gold.
Okay.
And just release it. It's like Golden Optimus Prime. But it is an amazing event. You get the comic artists there. You get the voice actors. Last year, met Townsend Coleman, Michelangelo, but he was also Sentinel Prime, but he was the Tick as well. Got him to sign a spoon.
Oh, yes, the Tick.
Michelangelo. And also, the Saturday night, it's an amazing party because there's drink, there's Transformer cocktails. You might
Transformer cocktails.
That's right.
You just sold me.
You can get yourself a picture of Starscream. You could get some Blue Energon.
Okay, I can understand the Blue Energon. Oh, wait, hold on. You got a cocktail called Starscream. Does that mean it tastes really? Oh wow, this is really yummy. And then all of a sudden,
But it is the cosplay contest there is one of the best ones because people work on the costumes all year round, and this convention they have their first cosplay. It's so wrong that they can't do it anymore, and I feel sorry for the guys not being able to carry it on. But this year they have their first cosplay panel. So if you want to hear about how to make some robot costumes, how to make some Gajinka versions as well, there'll be some great panels. Saturday night.
You know how to sell this
good.
to me, Jake. I love panels.
I know.
As an attendee, I always go to panels. I'm like such a panel person. Oh my god. Cocktails and panels. You can't
Absolutely.
do it.
And one of the best things is Friday night, you do the pub quiz, and then you just watch the 1987 movie on a big projector.
Yes! Like I said, classic. Megatron, is that you? Here's an hint. Oh, yep. Stop. Never.
As we said before, I think we're showing our age, apart from Jess, who's been the baby in the corner.
Oh, she's the young'un. Yeah.
She's the young'un. It's fine.
I just want to be like, hello to all of you people, but that makes me sound even younger.
Ah, sweet. But like I said, we're doing remote. We've managed to recap everything in half the amount of time. So about this stage, oh yeah, that was it. I was the conventions I'm going to go to. I'm not going to be going to that many. I think I'm only going to what's the next one? MCMA. Though when I really mean MCMA, I actually mean the Fox, and Manchester MCM. Yep.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Yeah, arguably, in my opinion, probably the best con of the UK.
I really enjoyed it last year. It's the first time I went last year, and I really enjoyed it.
No, I'll tell you what, because I haven't ranted this. I haven't done it on video form. I've done it on social media and that. But what makes that event magical is they got chairs everywhere.
I know.
Do you have any idea the significant? The great significance of having chairs everywhere. That means you're not sitting around on the dirty, nasty floor, blocking people. You're in a designated seating area so people can walk on by, and that means you can relax, you can eat your food. So it's like
really big area as well. It's really like a really large area, and their ticketing system was really good last year. Like I was basically within about half an hour. I know people had problems, but I was in within about half an hour. I had priority tickets.
I think no. The problem was they didn't warn anybody that all the priority tickets sold out. So all the people that got general entries, were waiting outside in the rain, including myself. Yeah,
I was going to say my friend didn't get tickets and she was waiting outside for quite a while. But to be fair, I got priority and went in straight in. So, yeah, there's your lesson there.
Okay, but like I said, Manchester, pretty godlike. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be assassinating it up again. I'm going to probably enter the masquerade again. Well, actually, I mentioned the first part. Well, anyway, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
I don't even know what I'll be cosplaying next week. Never mind. I'll be cosplaying MCM. I'm like, that's July. That's a long way away.
You don't make costumes, do you? Like I said, yeah.
I do. Me. I just have a very big, large back catalogue as well. I'm like, I've got lots of costumes I could wear.
Okay, like I said, we'll probably get onto that in the craft bit, which we're going to get to a lot sooner than we were before. Oh, good. And but the other thing I wanted to talk about before we actually blue screen of death was, I'm going to this really weird convention. I'm going to CoxCon 2015, and this is a great story. And I got my slide ready. Here we go. Well, actually, no, I better tell the story before I hit the slide. Well, yeah. Originally there was this convention last year called GemuCon, where a lot of big YouTubers were going to go, and I specifically was going to go there to see Jesse Cox and Dodger. And well, what basically happened was, according to Jess, there was a reason to it, but it didn't sell many tickets, and it sort of folded. And Jess, would you like to give me your insight again?
Yeah, sure. Basically, I feel really bad. I feel like, come for Jess.
Well, you already said it. You already said it before, so you might as well, yeah.
Yeah, I might as well say it again. I'm friends with the owner of the con, and basically, I
didn't get my money back, by the way, but yeah, I forgot to disclose that.
Sorry, I feel really bad. Like when a community convention or a fan convention starts up, it's often really difficult to get money to pay for things. Like even a venue will set you back kind of 10, 15 grand, that are paying for all the guests come down. I mean, to get one flight from America to UK is $1,000, and that's just the flight. So what a lot of conventions will do is they'll sell out their ticket, and then they'll use the ticket money to basically pay for the con. But if you haven't worked out kind of how your finances are going to be, or if something goes wrong, or if there's an accident or something like that, then sometimes the whole con will basically just fall over and it won't be able to work. So that's basically what happened to Gemu. And instead of the owner of Gemu being in like thousands of pounds of debt and like ruining his life forever, it was a case of, well, some people are going to have to take a £40 hit, some people are going to have to take a £60 hit. But it like means that somebody isn't like in a whirlwind of debt for the rest of their life. So it's still like really horrible. I wouldn't condone it under any way, shape or form. It's like, it's horrible when you're like, oh, I've paid for this service that I'm not receiving, you know, and it's quite expensive to a lot of people to kind of save up and go and things like that. But yeah, it happens sometimes with fan cons, and everybody means well and has the best intentions, but it can happen sometimes.
Okay, but the story to the silver lining, and I've got the excellent slides, ready to reveal it, is because Jesse Cox, he heavily promoted it. You know, there were people that specifically went out of their way because, oh, I get a chance to see Jesse Cox, and because he promoted it on the was it the time the co-optional podcast and stuff like that. So what he did was he basically rented out the function room in County Hall in London, the London Namco, the Namco, is it though? Funscape or something like that. Well, basically, it's I'll just call it County Hall. And what Mr. Jesse Cox did not count on was, and here are the slides. Here we go. Where? Oh, damn it! Here's the screen. Yeah, what he didn't count on was wrong. Oops. Sorry, unsub. Wrong screen. Yeah, that's one. Yes. What he didn't count on was 1,200 people showing up. Now we should bear in mind that the capacity for GemuCon was actually that kind of number. So through the power of just his own personality and the fact that it was probably just in London and it was a free event, 1,200 people showed up. And just run through the slides here. And yep, there's Jesse Cox's sweaty back. And and you even had cosplayers turn up. Got a little cosplayer right there in the corner. And go a little forward and there was literally 1,200 people. I waited until about 6 p.m. Yeah, this is probably showing my super geeky fandom. You know, I showed up at about 6 p.m. and it took me until about 11:30 at night to see Jesse Cox, because he literally did meet and greet every single fan. So whatever you wanted to take a picture of him. I actually got him to shout out and say "nerd."
That's pretty cool, though. It takes time to like meet and greet everybody as well. It was there, especially if there's that many people. It's just him, and it's like, wow, okay, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, like I'm glad at least something good kind of came out of the whole Gemu situation. It's like it really shows kind of how even like above the fan, like the people and the guests and things like that really do care about their fans. So.
Yes, and that's my picture of me with the big JC. But
much kudos.
Very, very much kudos, because he did not. I actually even had to say it to him. He did not have to do it. He said, "Well, too late." So this year, he's actually gotten out a proper convention centre. Yeah, the Telford one, which where Midlands Comic Con is held, and he first announced it. The first wave of tickets sold out. Then he announced the second wave, which is the one I hopped on, sold out. Then he did a fire sale. So sold out. So there's probably going to be, I think, about 2,000 or so people there, and that's going to happen in the 1st of August. And I'm going to be the space butterfly, which is a bizarre meme. If I can get a picture up on it, where it's a long story, but basically in a game they were playing between him and Total Biscuit, Terraria, he came up with this thing called the space butterfly, and it's become this weird meme. And it's sort of awesome. But I'm going to be going to CoxCon as well as DragonCon. And yes, I see Jake Broster reaching for his ticket right now.
No, stop doing this to me again. So mean.
Gonna have to sit here, Mal, and be really jealous of all the cool things
right?
all the cool things like going to the DragonCon.
However, there is one side of it though. It's Atlanta in September. You're going to be absolutely boiling if you cosplay.
Yeah,
you know what? I just don't care anymore, because I do assassins. I got the hood. It's all that heavy leather, all the heavy cotton. I just simply don't care anymore. It's just I've just accepted. It's like, oh, it's hot.
I overheat if I just wear a wig. Basically, I overheat. I'm just like, wow, okay, yeah.
I can't wear wigs while I'm working. It's impossible. To be fair, I'm sat here and I'm like, sweat, baby, sweat. Like, that's the only thing in my head right now.
I'm taking Zoidberg with me. So there's an aquarium right across from
That's
where it is.
amazing.
So I can just be like, "Oh, I'm going for a scuttle." Whoop, 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 whoop.
I have met you before. Then I have met you before. I know I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, like, I'm sure I've met you before. I'm sure I've met you.
As Zoidberg, yeah.
And I had a megaphone and was probably yelling at you, telling you things to do. Does
Yeah.
that sound familiar?
I do have people shouting at me, and I've also been Billy from Saw as well. So
Yes, you were that at LFCC, I believe. So I've definitely met you twice.
Sweet. But like I said, the dragon. Oh yeah. By the way, if any time you see me say "like I said," yeah, point it out to me because I've really got to stop that. That's become a nervous tick. So if you hear the words "like I said," literally,
Like I say.
point that out.
But now
Whack
you're
me.
pointing it out.
Like, I used to do
like
that.
every single time.
I used to do that in my last podcast. Apparently, that actually really used to piss people off, and I'm not surprised because I did like 25 episodes of the last podcast before it kind of really annoyed people. So, but yeah. Oh darn! Brain fart. Yeah, and that's why this is
What's the
pre-recorded.
next con we're going to is the question.
Yes, that was. Yes, that was it.
See, I used to also help with the podcast and the radio and things. Mm-hmm.
And the doing of the things.
And
the
keeping
buttons.
people on topic, was always a good thing because everyone used
yes.
to deviate.
Yes, my mind's recovered. But yeah, we're definitely going to be doing a big ass episode on Dragon Con when we get nearer the time, and we'll probably get Mr. Rocket Penguin, Dave Collier, because he's been like 3 times. 3 times? Can you believe that?
It's going to make me so jealous. all
Yeah,
of
but
you.
mind you, it's in his job description. He basically flies around the world, so he's got the air miles. So it's probably literally costing him nothing to go there. Oh God, I just said literally. Okay,
no
strike,
pun as well.
yep, strike. Yeah, was it strike? Yeah, strike 1. But
We need a literally jar for Danny. Like
But I'm
every
really bad
time-
for that as well, though. So.
Like
Yeah, and then that can pay for every time you need to buy us a drink.
oh,
That can pay for me and Mel to like go to Dragon Con.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh,
like
damn,
that.
that's yeah. By the way, we're now getting onto the part of the show before the blue screen to death. So, Mel/Jess, because apparently you both go to the same event. What event are you going to be going to?
We don't always go to the same events. We just tend to work a lot of the same events because
Sorry,
we're and play.
Oh,
Basically, I use basically as my filler. There you go. I have a little tiny event this weekend. Next Friday, sorry. I have a tiny event called Talk Nerdy to Me. It's in my hometown of Preston.
Okay.
So basically, it's tiny. It's in the library, but it was a lot of fun last year when I went, and there were a lot of cosplayers. Like considering it's a really small event, there were a lot of good cosplayers as well. And I was like, this is pretty awesome. And everyone was just really friendly and really nice. So I basically messaged them saying, hey guys, can I give you any help at all? Because obviously I've done a lot of cons and sort of crewed a lot of cons and that kind of thing now. And they messaged back and said, would you like to be a guest? And I was like, that's kind of scary, but okay. Yeah, sure. So basically I'm doing a panel and helping judge the cosplay next weekend. So that's quite exciting. So yeah, that should be fun. And then this weekend coming up, I've got Play Expo in Blackpool.
Oh yeah. Like I said, there was one in Manchester. Oh yeah, we've had this conversation before.
I went to the one in Manchester last year. Like I said, I'm a northern cosplayer. I go to a lot of events around the north. That's generally where I stay because it's cheaper for me to get to and easier. But yes, Play Expo in Blackpool. I'm just going as an attendee, just going to go and have fun. I'm basically going with my boyfriend because he's a big gamer. And I'll sit there and play retro games and Rock Band and stuff. That'll be cool with me,
Yeah, 'cause the last Manchester Play Expo I went to, they were having some competitive matches, and blimey, it was like, because I was with a fighting game tournament at the time, and it was, right behind us, we had a load of COD players that was like, first event we beat you and we broke you up, you bitches, and it was like, whoa, it was like. Yeah, the COD players were a lot more misbehaved than the fighting game players, which was kind of...
I didn't really see much of that. Like I said, obviously I cosplayed last time as well. Me and my friend did Nick and Ellis from Left 4 Dead, because it's fun. And basically we went in male on the Saturday and then femmed it up for the Sunday, and that was quite fun. Just literally the same costumes, but with different accessories and makeup and stuff. But that was quite funny, getting triple takes when we were both mailed up. It's great. Watson's first thing we did when we went in the con, because we were queued outside for a little bit, so we'd like, need to go to the loo, Went to the loos and we just got triple takes and someone going, is this the guys or the girls? The girls with just makeup, it's fine. Usually my voice will give me away, but that's always fun.
Crossplay, confuse
Crossplay!
everybody in the bathroom.
To be fair, I love crossplay. I love confusing people. I absolutely love it. It's just a lot of
I
fun.
love
to me.
making people wonder if I have a penis.
Well, usually it's my voice that gives me away. Honestly, because I can stand like a guy now as well. Because my photographer's taught me a lot. Because he's male. It's great. But it's great fun. But yes, I'm going
Sounds
to play.
like a guy. Exactly what is the difference between a guy stand and a girl stand?
Does me have to stand up?
Yes. Show us, Mel.
Oh,
Do your
God.
cosplay awesome.
Right, okay, so basically, see, it's focused on the hips because this is basically where it all is. So if I kind of cock my hip like a girl,
Yeah.
it's a girl pose.
All
If
right.
I stand straight like a guy and go like this, it's a guy.
All right,
Um,
fair enough.
And like I said,
That's
I'm
your
5'8".
fan section of the podcast.
There you go. That's a really basic. That's a really, really, really basic thing. But you know, that's kind of it, really. But I think I'm gonna do Nick again because he's fun. I get to be grumpy all day. It's great. So yes, I'll probably do that. But also, obviously, we have Manchester Film and Comic Con as well in
Oh,
May.
yeah, like I said, the first time ever it's been in Manchester.
Yes, and like I said, Manchester is kind of like my hometown for cons, so I'm very happy it's at Manchester. I'm like, yay, I can stay at home, and that's awesome.
It is
get
kind of,
sleep.
yeah, it is kind of nice when you don't have far to travel. It's sort of oxymoronic. The cons I enjoy the least are actually in London, whereas a lot of people make an effort to actually go to them. It is a case of, yeah, they're okay. I don't know. It's kind of weird for me, at least. I don't know. It might just because I
It's
just
a good hour for me to Manchester anyway,
Yeah.
so it's still like a trip, but I can stay at home and travel in and come back again, and it's great. Yeah, I think you're staying at my house on Friday night, Jess.
Yay, man, that's
Yay, my house. We get home
You
cooked
can
food
come and
things.
show me your like cosplay.
My cosplay
Love
cave
it.
that I'm sat in right now, yeah.
Yeah, your cosplay.
I have basically a spare room that is my cosplay room, and it has my sewing machine, it has all my things, it's great. It has a wardrobe.
Oh yes, cosplay rooms. I've I stayed at a guy's. Yeah, was it Cardiff Film and Comic Con? Yeah, stayed at a guy who offered up his room, and yeah, I was in his cosplay room, and I was sort of, wow, it really is a cosplay room. You know, you had guns, you had props, you had foam everywhere. Yeah, cosplay.
Smells like
Yeah.
I know that feels.
I know them feels looking at like the dress form in the corner and the fabric and the sewing bits over there and yeah, all the things. But yeah, Manchester Film and Comic Con, obviously we're doing the cosplay. And it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Yay!
Sweet. At this point, we would take a break, which we're technically gonna do because we're gonna hold up. Yes,
Still waiting.
and now down to the next bit. We get
Yay! Recorded.
yay! We get to talk
Hold
about
up,
the
sit
news.
down.
We get to talk about the news. Is there anything noteworthy? I mean, I guess we could talk about Michael J. Fox at the next London Film and Comic Con, can we?
Oh.
How sort of monumental it is, because you know there was a lot of tinfoil hat conspiracy, or guessing, and a lot of people said, "No, it can't be him." He would. I don't think he would do it. And all of a sudden, oh yeah, he is doing it. Wow.
It's pretty amazing. I've seen a lot of people on like the Facebook pages and stuff going, "Oh, it's really expensive." I'm like, it's Michael J. Fox, and it's literally going to be a one-time thing. You know, he's not going to happen again. It's like the Stan Lee thing from last year. It's if you're a huge fan of Michael J. Fox, you're going to pay the money to go and have a signature or go and have a picture. Of course you are.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just
exactly.
glad the venue's bigger this time because walking was a thing that was difficult. And when it
Yes.
comes to when you have to take your cosplay entrance from the Earl's Court to the Earl's Court 2, or what, I always get confused which one's which. Basically, I had to take them from
Earl's Court 2
one
to Earl's
side,
Court 1.
yes.
Yeah.
one side of the venue to the other side of the venue, and yes. So,
Yeah.
thank you for putting in the new thing at Olympia, because more space.
I remember that. I remember that walk because it was.
I remember
like,
the very hot sweatiness of that con.
Oh God, you
Yeah.
would have been in that, Jake. You would have experienced. Were you in the? Did you do the championship? Or
on the Sunday of the when Stan Lee was there. I was Mumra from Thundercats, and so I was just basically just walking around like this, right good on me, yeah, and it was great.
Yeah, I was gonna say I crewed the Saturday, and I was literally I had a Bellatrix wig, so I had a wig on, which is really light wig anyway, and then I literally had a corset and a little skirt on, and I was too warm. I was sweating. I was just like, this is not nice.
I think I had a manager meltdown.
Yeah. The sweat added to the costume because I was wearing a full skeleton mask that when I moved my mouth, the mouth would move, and so the sweat was pouring from my forehead down out of the mouth, so I looked like proper like yeah.
That's nasty. I just remember finding this room that was like huge and it wasn't being used because it was like the bottom of the venue. Took all the cosplayers there and they were like, oh my god, there's so much space, it's so light. And then we realised that yesterday when we set up all the lift arrangements with everybody, we realised that they'd turned the lifts off for the Sunday. And it was like, so cosplayers, it's now time to walk up 2 flights of stairs.
Oh.
Sometimes in cosplay masquerade, you find yourself down really pokey corridors and you really got to go up the stairs.
To be fair, in Newcastle, I was gonna say in Newcastle, I found that literally like the corridors, we kind of went through like all the back entrances and stuff to get in, and I was just like, I was in my Left 4 Dead Keith, and I was like, I so want to do a photo shoot here. Because it's just like it's perfect for the costume. And I was like, I want to do a photo shoot here, damn it.
Yeah, it's like, so you know all the pretty con where you see all the pretty shiny things. If you do any of the behind the scenes stuff, what you realise is all the pretty shiny things are at the front, and when you get to the back, it just doesn't look very nice. It's like I remember I went to Oxford University once, and at the front it looks so pretty.
I went to Oxford University.
But like as soon as you go into like anywhere that normal students would go, it just looks like a hospital. pretty. It's like, oh, down a corridor, it looks like an office.
It's like cosplay, really. You know, the front of it all looks beautiful, and you go, oh, look at how well it's sewn and stuff, and you look at the inside, and you go,
look at the inside, and it's like, oh god, my face,
at least on my costumes, anyway.
Yes, and for folks who's probably tuning in for the first time or just flicking through, we occasionally talk about cosplay, but that's okay. So, like I said, any other noteworthy news besides obviously the momentous? I mean, it's not just Michael J. Fox, as we forgot to mention. It's also the majority of the cast, isn't it, from the original Back to the Future?
That's right.
So yeah,
they have really jumped on board the whole Back to the Future thing. I can't really say, like, I know some cool things that are happening, but
full disclosure, both Jess and Mel work for Showmasters. Yes, we got it out in the open. All you 4chan people ready to pounce on us.
Hence why we're working a lot of the film and Comic-Cons, because, you know, we're working with Showmasters and stuff, but we actually work for Costume and Play, basically, which is Jess's company. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I don't think 4chan will really have a massive issue. It's like, we have yet to know if more than 10 people will watch this actual show.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, I've never even been mentioned on 4chan. It's like a dark place of the internet. I don't go. Yeah. So I'm pretty confident I'm going to be mentioned on 4chan. I just make a stage work, for God's sake, people. That's all I do.
Exciting, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Not that exciting.
Okay, gotcha. So, any other noteworthy news? No? Jake? Got any? No?
No.
Great! We can get straight onto craft. We can get straight onto the crafting and buying, and obviously this would be this would change depending on guests, because we don't expect all guests to make their costumes from scratch, woven the materials, you know, go halfway across the country and get stuff. So I think before I have my bit, because I've got a lot to say, because, you know, from London and I do a lot of the buying. So Mel, where do you buy your gear from?
Me, I'm an eBay and charity shop child.
That's a good way. That's a good way to go. Yeah.
I quite often go around charity shops. There's some amazing charity shops in Blackpool, basically, which is literally a half-hour train ride for me. So because my friend Ren lives there, I can literally go to Blackpool, and there's a £1 charity shop that has some amazing stuff in it. So I get lots of things from that shop, like just basic stuff. For example, for my Marius cosplay from Les Mis, I just needed a basic white shirt to go under the waistcoat and stuff that I had. I got it from the pound shop.
Sweet.
And like I said, I'm a budget cosplayer.
That's good. I'm pretty much the dynamic opposite of you. I spend ludicrous amounts of money on my costumes.
Yes, that's actually going to be my topic later on. It's going to be budget versus kind of the budget version versus accuracy. Because I have a lot of friends that also are very accurate. You know, you have to be so accurate. And I'm kind of in between a little bit, really. I kind of have my really budget cosplays. Like my Left 4 Dead stuff is literally going to get covered in fake blood or paint, as the case may be. I'm not going to hand make that. At the end of the day, I'm going to buy it. It's not worth hand making it, I'm afraid. It's a white suit. It's covered in blood. In fact, I will get it for you and I will show you, because this is the benefit of being in my cosplay room. Right now is I'm going to grab it out of my wardrobe and show you exactly how
drum roll
covered in paint the stuff is. So yes, that is my jacket.
What a bloody shirt that is.
So yes, that's my jacket for Nick. It's a little bit bloodstained, but as you can see, there was absolutely no point on earth. Again, I think it was eBay.
Okay.
So,
all right.
But in terms of what I'm sort of working on at the moment, it's I am actually working on stuff that's more handmade. Because I do hand make some stuff. I just kind of have a good mix of stuff, really. But at the moment, I've just done a Mystique from X-Men Evolutions, which is a bodysuit and stuff and makeup that I've never really done before. And I was very like, oh my god, what's going on? But I made the cosplay in a weekend.
Nice.
Just from fabric. So I was like, yeah, it needs some definite reworking, but it worked for the con. You know, it was fine. But that needs to be reworked. I also am working, my sort of long-term project at the moment is Legolas from Lord of the Rings. He needs a lot of work.
I would imagine so, yes.
But I got some leather for him at Goldhawk Road when I was in London.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking big time about that, yeah.
But generally, I think I spent ages trying to look for some like green suede-like material for his sort of tunic that he wears. Could I find any?
No, probably not.
That was Goldhawk Road. That's literally why I went. I went to eBay in the end, and I found some really good stuff. But I had to go and get loads of like different bits and pieces and loads of samples and loads of stuff. But it took me ages. But I finally got some material, so yay! So I shall be making that at some point. God knows when. Needs to be ready for September. So I'm a bit like, oh, okay, a little bit scary. But yeah, those are kind of what I'm doing at the moment and what I'm kind of working on. Are you sending pictures of my Mystique now? Thanks, Jess. Basically, I also went to Amicon a few weeks ago and went to a really, really good photography panel. Again, like I said, I like to go to panels as well when I go to cons. And this photography panel, photography and cosplay, so it's basically a cosplayer and a photographer. A shot in the dark photography, and I'm blanking on the cosplayer. I'm really sorry, but I'm blanking right now. But basically, they did an amazing panel, and they were telling us about like tips and stuff for photography and stuff that I've never really tried before. I've never tried to pose sexy in my life. I tend to go for male characters. I tend to go for very non-sexy characters. It's not really my style. But because I was just with friends and we were literally in the hotel room, I was like, oh, let's try it. My friend took this picture. She was like, right, I'm done. We're not taking any more pictures. We're done. So, yeah.
All right. And that's your Mystique over there on the nice little screen, which unfortunately you can't see, but everyone else will.
Yay. My Mystique is very blue. Like I said, there's a very funny story from Tesco, from Amicon. I went to Tesco in that Mystique cosplay. Obviously, full bodysuit, including hands. Touchscreens in Tesco don't like bodysuits.
Like I said, I approve of public cosplay. I think
I do it all the time. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's same me. I think I walked around the centre of London as both Arno and Connor. Connor got a lot more attention, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think there's a picture of me, which if I could, I'll do that for another show, of me dressed as Arno, looking at an Arno figurine in Forbidden Planet. That was pretty epic.
Nice. I like it.
But anyway, okay, so you're more of a buyer and you occasionally buy fabrics than Mel, so pretty much the usual suspects. I mean, I'll probably be talking about Goldhawk Road in a little bit more depth. But
yeah.
so, Jake.
Hello.
where does a person from your location, I believe it's Sittingbourne, which is just basically
Sittingbourne!
Kent. Where do you acquire your stuff, or are you wholly dependent on the internet as well?
Well, I like to find whatever I can. Pound shops, charity shops, Hobbycraft, C&H, Goldhawk Road. At the moment, I'm upgrading my Dr. Horrible in both suit. I am redoing the entire stitching and pocket and everything.
Oh my god.
That's being done. I'm also upgrading my freeze ray, and anyone who has a Poundland near them, foam sheets, pack of 5, either A5 or A4, £1.
All right, I didn't even realize
Nice.
Poundland. I didn't even realize Poundland actually did sold foam. Could always do with those.
Yeah. It's more packaged like a birthday party kind of like packaging, but it is proper foam sheets. And I am completely uphauling and redesigning the freeze ray. I've discovered the beauty of car spray paint, and been going to Halfords nearly every other weekend buying different primers and coatings to get it all nice and
Halfords,
shiny.
I like Halfords for paint, to be fair. It's good for paint. I like Halfords.
But also just acrylic, so like the wear and tear on the Dr. Horrible goggles, because this...
You've got the same goggles I have. I have those goggles, welding goggles.
Welding goggles, but I've painted them silver. I've added, like, again, foam sheets on here just to get the little circle-y bits that like they got in the actual piece. And yeah, it's just... That's what I'm working on at the moment. So.
Okay. Jess, you working on anything, or is it still you're mostly behind the scenes, or you're still Joker, or you're gonna wear that dragony onesie tail thingamajig I keep seeing you in?
Oh god, that was oh crap, I don't have a cosplay, but I have a tail. Can I just go on stage with my tail and make it a thing? Yeah, why not?
No, I respect the tail. I respect the tail. It's a lot better than cat ears, because that's one of the things that I don't do anime cons anymore. It was like, if you didn't have a cosplay, everyone just had cat ears. Yeah, that was...
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I actually have so many cosplays that I'm working... Like, it's one of those things where I have this dream, and my dream is to not be working so many events that I have time to do the cosplay. So I'm working on a Princess Slave Leia crossover at the moment.
Okay. Go on.
I'm obsessed with basically taking a character, and like I'm the same as Mel, and Mel helps me a lot. Like the way me and Mel work is basically I do eventy stagey stuff with her, and she teaches me cosplay things. But I love characters that you can just take and put your own interpretation on them. So I'm not really like one of these cosplayers that's like 100% focused on accuracy. So the way that my slave Princess Leia cosplay works is basically like you have the full kind of Leia dress that you would usually have the belt, and I'll have my hair like in the whatever you call them, circles, buns. That's the one.
The buns.
But then like
I can demonstrate. See,
this is a bit fan service, but I apologise for this. But
hi,
basically, like I'm gonna have like the slave Leia bra, which I'm making out of wire, and I bought this bra from, I think it was like Tesco, and it's like a swimming costume bra, and it's grey, so I'm like using that to kind of help me mould the wire, and then I'm like sewing like gold fabric, and it's like just kind of stuffed with cotton wool to make the bra piece, so that's really exciting. But yeah, like I also tend to kind of try and find characters that will be memorable. Like this sounds really bad, but because like I'm the person that people come and look for to do cosplay stuff, I try and find things that people remember me with, because I have this massive like problem sometimes when I see a guest. Like I'll see the same guest and I'm like, "Hi, I'm Jess. It's really nice to meet you." And they're like, "We met before," and I was like, "Oh crap! Like you look so amazing."
To be honest, that's a common problem in cosplay. It's when you're out of cosplay, nobody knows who you are. I mean, that's the biggest problem for my mate Dave, who normally it's his voice that gives him away.
Oh God, yeah, Dave. Seriously, I do not recognise him out of cosplay, because obviously I've usually seen him in his penguin cosplay, And obviously he wears so much makeup, so much prosthetics, and it's amazing. And it's just like, literally when he's out of cosplay, I'm like, oh, hi!
Yeah, like I kind of do that too, because I'm actually like, there's something I really want to show you, and I'll keep talking to you while I'm showing it to you. Oops, stand up. Sorry.
Okay.
So I'm naturally really shy, which is something a lot of people don't actually know about me, because
but you have no problem talking, talking to us free half-wist for like a whole hour. So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, like it's a lot. Like for me, like acting and being on stage is a learnt skill. Like before I did all this cosplay stuff, I was an actor and I did a lot of stuff on stage, and I got very lucky and I got to kind of go to the West End for a little bit, which was like, oh my god, this is really scary. So it's something that's kind of learned, but I'm naturally a really shy person. So when it comes to kind of standing in crowds and doing things that are like emptying, I get really scared. So this is a picture which I had framed. Danny, you're in it.
I recognise that guy. Yeah.
This was a picture of like one of the best days of my life, and this is me. And I still run these. These are the meetups that I run in London. And the BBC basically came down to film us all.
I still to this day like the fact that I have the audacity to basically stand up and be,
Yeah, like
being full
and
assassin.
like you're right in the front as well, like full assassin. It looks so good. But as you can see, like even though I'm right at the front and I'm doing like all the hosting and stuff like that for meetups, I'm still the Joker. And one of the reasons why I cosplay the Joker is like when I put on my makeup, which you can see here, it's like a mask for me. It's like I don't have to worry like about being like this self-conscious awkward girl, which is where I kind of started out. Like I started out as this really kind of geeky, self-conscious like person that didn't really have a lot of friends, and attended my first con and was like, oh yeah, I have friends now. So I have come from like the same background as a lot of people do, and when I put on like my Joker makeup, it's amazing to kind of get to be somebody else and be like this crazy, individual that is very commanding and that is very controlling, and it kind of helps me around the meetups and helps me kind of do the things that I do. So yeah, and it was like I'm not the best, like I'm not the best at sewing, I'm not the best at prop making, so I went into Tesco and I got so lucky. I found a purple suit and I was like, cool, I'm gonna buy this for £20. And like I know a lot about theatrical makeup, so I did all the Joker stuff and that worked really well. And I bought like a little waistcoat and like a man shirt, and I was just like, cool, I look kind of like the Joker. So yeah, I'm gonna stop speaking now, sorry.
Okay, because we were on the craft section. I haven't done my bit about Hot Goat Road, but before we do that, we just have to much editing later. Well, actually not really. And I'm based in and because I'm based in London, and yeah, only been doing, like I said, I've only been doing it for a year. Look around seriously, but I've definitely determined the 3 best places in London. You have 2 best places in theory, because I'm going to discredit the third one. You got Wolfenstone Market, which has one of the longest street markets. You've got loads of textile shop, but there is a caveat to that. Most of those shops suck. Yeah, I got a lot of stick when on my media I did actually point out that Wolfenstone so, but what's wrong with it? You can get fabric for £1 a meter, and then I explained, there's a reason why it's £1 a meter, because it's not very good. So yeah, if I guess if you're a real budget cosplayer and you are not too discerning that the fabric is it's not very good, but it's still worthwhile, because you can't really argue with fabric that is £1 a meter. I mean, the only way you can get cheaper, I suppose, is to go to a charity store, and I've heard people do this. They go to charity stores, they basically get loads of second-hand bed sheets and fittings, and somebody made an assassin's outfit like that.
My slave layer is made out of bed sheets.
I was going to say, I've done it with I do it with charity shop stuff where I basically buy it and cut it up for templates.
Yeah.
That works quite well as well. Or Primark stuff. Like I'm literally just looking at my Marius waistcoat that he's repairing. But basically, I bought a Primark men's waistcoat for £10 and used it as a pattern and kind of changed the pattern quite a lot and made my little Marius waistcoat that needs repairing. So, yes.
But yeah, Wolfenstone Market. Again, you get a lot of cheap stuff, but the quality is, it's a little bit sketchy. Then my second choice, which, well, you in theory you can get everything there. Yeah, it's Soho, the centre of London, but expect to pay for it. It's where do we begin? let's say cotton drill, because me being an assassin, I always need some cotton drill. I think I've got some behind me right here. Yeah, I do. Cotton, heavyweight cotton drill, which I got from I think a shop called Borovic, which is in Berwick Street. It £11 a meter. That's that is a lot. That is
just for basic cotton drill though as well.
Yeah, but for their credit, it is good quality heavyweight cotton drill. But the problem is, if you just hop on a tube, and yes, we've already mentioned the name, Gold Hawk Road, you can get exactly the same. Well, not really. They don't really sell you the same heavyweight, because I've yet to actually find heavyweight cotton drill there. They sell you like a medium grade one for £5 a meter. Now that's a lot better, isn't it? And if you look a little bit harder, you can probably get the same. Well, not really the same quality, because the other cotton drill I found was like £3.50. Whoa! What is that crunchy sound?
I think
Sorry,
Mel's
it's
gonna
me.
find some.
I'm finding
spots
things.
to show you. Yeah, I thought so.
I went to Gold Hawk Road, and I found some real leather, which is green, which is like, you can't see it very well on the camera because the camera's a bit crap.
Oh,
But it's a huge piece of leather.
All right, how would you pay for it?
Basically, the guy was like, "Oh, it's like £45 a piece." I was like, "No, it's not," and I haggled, and I got it for £20 a piece. So for that big piece of leather,
yes, that's the magical thing about Gold Hawk Road. You can
yes.
haggle with the shop owners. If you go there enough times, they will take you under their wing. Because I got a man in Gold Hawk Road. He always sorts me out with leather. To be brutally honest with you, I've kind of noticed this. I think they all play the same game. They always keep saying it's £45, but I went to the next shop. He was essentially charging the same price. So, rule of thumb.
To be fair though, I mean, I'm a tourist. You know, I went to London as a tourist. I literally went with Jess to the Game of Thrones premiere, and then like the day after, I was like obviously on my way home, but I kind of met up with some other friends, and we went to Gold Hawk. So I'm there as a tourist, but because I used to work in sales, I know exactly how that kind of stuff works. And I'm like, aha, haggle.
Such an event whore. It's like, oh, Jess went to this event, and then Jess went.
Did. I won tickets. I legitimately won tickets.
I know.
It's awesome.
I'm gonna pour some of the alcohol. Please don't judge me. Carry on.
To be fair, I was a bit gutted because of the fact that I didn't have a Game of Thrones cosplay.
Ah, sweet.
I was a bit gutted. I was like,
It was horrible, like seeing everybody else, and I was pretty gutted too. I was like, oh, I could have just put some fur on myself and said
we
I was
could have just thrown one together, but then it's like it's
know.
Game of Thrones. You can't really throw one together.
That did look pretty godlike, and Tower of London. But just to cap it off, definitely the place you want to go is Gold Hawk Road, because you've got cheaper fabrics. Well, yeah, the cheapest price, but you've got good material. Unlike Wolfenstone Market, where I'm going to be again, I'm struggling to even think of anything nice to say about it. I mean, a lot of people gave me stick about it, saying, but it's good. It's it. I'm thinking no, because I can get cotton drill for £3.50. You can't even get cotton drill Wolfenstone Market. That's actually how bad it is. You can get poly cotton. You can get what was this weird concoction I picked up from Gold Hawk Road? Hold on, let me show you. Well, let me show you if I can find it. Right, talk among yourselves.
What have you got, Jake?
Well, basically my Joker costume from LSCC, the entire like monkey tails and the flower and just the whole highlights and everything I got from Gold Hawk Road. Me, Dave, and Yell, who you would know as the amazing Asterix and Hypergirl, third place winner from the first one from last year. We all went together, all bundled down into the tube, and got some lovely fabric and everything. But it's even just finding anything from any charity shops. I mean, I've got this amazing blue jacket that I have no idea what I'm going to use it for.
Whoa,
but
it's
pretty.
Is it velvet?
It is.
That's so pretty.
Anyway, like I was saying, Wolfenstone Market, I found this, I think it's poly cotton. It's kind of stretchy, but...
That's weird. That's weird, though.
Yeah, it's very, very stretchy, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say that must have elastine in it. Like
polyester.
Well, it was only £2 a meter, and well, the thing is, I only use it for like drafting because
I wouldn't want to sew with that. Yeah, I would not want to sew with that because I don't like stretchy.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. Again, I only
my first experience with sewing was sewing with silk. That was
Okay.
a really stupid. This is like, hello, Jess, you're a cosplay noob. My fingers. My fingers are so sore.
Were you hand sewing as well then?
Yeah, I was hand sewed because it was my Rainbow Dash cosplay, which is the first like proper. Because it was like my first at FCC, and I was like, oh my god, I really want to make sure I do this properly and like cosplay properly, and it was just awful the entire time. I spent 2 weeks solid with my mum, hand sewing my Rainbow Dash dress. And like I got there, and after I was crewing and running around after cosplayers, my wig was like not on properly, and I was sweating. My hand was covered in the nose.
This is why, as a somebody that works behind the scenes, I literally will just be like, "Do you want me to sort your wig out for you?" Because you can't see your own wig, and like if it slips, you can't see it, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, it's why I cosplay backwards. Like everybody else gets to do all these amazing cosplays, and I do this because it means I can run around and where the chain is.
To be fair, when I'm crewing, I tend to wear more comfortable cosplays, or cosplays where I don't have to wear a wig, generally, because it's the wig part for me that always grates, because I'm
it's
just
the wig.
like...
I have literally cut my hair to the right size, so I can just curl it, stick the green stuff in it, and be like, cool, my hair is the right length for the Joker.
Yeah.
Which is maybe a bit extreme, but...
Yeah, at the moment I've got my hair set for the Joker quiff.
Yeah.
Just so if I decide to go to any convention or just turn up as the Joker, because me and Dave have been doing the Do You Want to Kill the Batman?
Yeah, I think 2 weeks ago you were at a burlesque do.
Yes, we were at a burlesque show performing. It was for a charity that helped with homeless teens, and it was a really great night. People loved the show, and so hopefully we might try and take it to Dragon Con, see what the old Americans think of us Brits as Batty's best mates.
Oh, that'd be sweet. And finally, we now shift on to the last phase of the show, and I think this should be fine. It lightning can't strike twice. It's not going to blue screen to death. I say that, and then we have to but at least we only have to recount 10 minutes instead of all 46.
True.
But so we now got guests. We now have host topics, and I'll leave mine to last because I got some great responses on the old social media about it. So actually, Jake, did you have one?
Well, it's a topic, but it's also just like a fun one.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Actually, do you know what? Before we go to the host topic, we got silly questions since somebody submitted. Let's answer.
I love the silly questions.
So every show you're entitled to at least one silly question. And hold up, let me open up another tab. Let me open up another tab. But I think it was submitted by. I'm getting there. I really should write these down in advance and bring them out. Oh, here we go. Let's do two. Come on. No, just one. All right, who would win, Thief or Ezio? Now that's kind of a no-brainer because why? Thief has superior stealth skills, i.e., he can roll around, he can crawl around in the dark. Ezio, he has the power to just sit down on a bench and be completely invisible. I don't know about you, but that is completely OP.
Yeah.
Because you just sit down on the bench, you're magically invisible, and then stab, you're dead. So that's your answer. Ezio is far superior to Thief, and let's be honest, Thief fighting capability basically consists of a little kosh. Whereas Ezio, he has hidden blades, he has a sword, he has throwing knives, he has a crossbow, and if he can't be asked, he has a damn gun. So that is your answer. Ezio is indeed more superior than Thief. But anyway, sorry, Jake. What was your topic?
Well, my topic is in regards to skits. What would be your perfect song to sing in your favourite costume?
I can answer that, and I've done it.
I was gonna say, go Mel. Sorry.
I can answer this one.
All right then.
Basically, my dream kind of group has been for quite a while to do a Les Mis group, because I'm a massive.
Oh damn! You beat me to it. Do you know what
I'm a massive nerd of Les Mis, and I've grown up with the musical, and I like the film and stuff as well. But I kind of watched the film and was like, I've never actually liked Marius as a character before, but I love Eddie Redmayne as Marius. So I was like,
remind me
cosplay
again.
group, eh?
I saw Navis on the flight to Florida. Remind me who Marius again was.
The blonde one, basically, the main sort of dude character that falls in love with
Cossetti.
With Cosette, yes.
Oh, the one that got saved by Javert. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Valjean,
yeah, that's it.
Basically, because I actually like his character in the film, so I was like, right. I saw a big group of people at MCM Expo in October doing Les Mis with a flag, and I was like, I want to do that. So for LAGC in February, I kind of assembled a big group of my friends to do Les Mis with me, including Jess and Javert.
Okay.
We went on stage and we ended up actually doing a performance and actually opening the con, which was a bit scary. But we did a performance. We did Skype rehearsals. Yeah, we did Skype rehearsals for like
Skype
months.
rehearsals.
Yes.
I didn't think about that actually, darn.
It was actually, the thing is, it gone, obviously, like, because of the delay, you can't actually rehearse together, but you can rehearse your own song and kind of help each other, because obviously I know the songs really well.
Right.
I can't necessarily sing the best, but I'm cosplaying, who cares? You know? I don't care, I could just about sing in tune. Luckily, I had some other people that could sing, so it's like, yay! That kind of helped. But the thing is that basically I wanted to assemble a group of people, and I was asking around on my Facebook, I was asking around on forums, I was like, hey guys, if you want to come and join in, come and join in. Even if you don't have a costume, we'll literally grab a load of stuff in charity shops, just like a load of waistcoats, a load of coats, a load of, like, I made a load of cravats. Just come in shirt and pants, and we'll dress you basically, and hats and stuff like that, and we had a huge group. We ended up with Barricade Boys and Cosette and a lot of the main characters. But we ended up performing on stage. We did 4 different songs. So Jess did a little solo as Javert.
Oh,
and we had our Fontaine do a little solo. She hated me afterwards.
Don't run a stage and decide that you're going to do a solo piece, because you won't have time. You That was just like, I remember just like walking in and being like, I bought a coat just blue, and I think I can sing that song.
But yes,
But I had a
basically
stage to
sung Red and Black on stage with 2 of my best friends as like the other Barricade Boys. Like Ren as Unrelas was just gorgeous. I'm just like, yep. So basically that was my dream, and that was realised. And I wore Marius again a few weeks ago for Manchester meet. I just took the flag with me, and I was literally just standing in the park with the flag, and it was just being waved around everywhere. And it was great, and I got other people singing "Do You Hear the People Sing?" So that was always fun. So yeah, that was basically my dream costume.
Okay. Funny you should mention that, because I'll be a bit brief on my one. And I actually, for this Manchester coming up, I actually wanted to do Les Mis with my 4 assassins group, because it makes sense, because they're French. And I was going to have my 4 assassins group, and well, I didn't do it in the end because I wanted a Elise. So the idea would have been, we would have 4 assassins, and then Elise appears, and then my other 3 assassins were, she is a Templar, and it'd be like, no, she is my true love, and I would have sung it really badly in the same way that Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe, he's an amazing actor. He is definitely, was it Javert? Because I got
Javert,
Javert, Javert and Javert, they've got so similar names. Javert, and he definitely looks it, but the minute he starts singing, it's like, couldn't they have just gotten somebody to dub him or something, because he can't sing.
Yeah, I can't sing the best.
Flying around the world.
Which is kind of weird considering Peter was it
Hugh Jackman.
Oh God, exposed! Since Hugh Jackman, marvellous singing.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, and he too is Australian. But it was like, I was going to do that for the next Manchester, but I kind of realised, there'd be no way I could fabricate an Elise, which is kind of ironic because I did promise somebody I'd make them an Elise, which, I don't know, maybe, hopefully, but probably not.
If you need backing tracks, I have backing tracks.
That's all the backing tracks.
No, but again, I really can't do that gag without an Elise, and yeah, that was one of the gags I definitely wanted to do, because I just thought, yeah, Les Mis with Assassin, but that would have been my ideal skit. Jess,
That's a good skit.
yeah, but I'm going to have to do something else now, and, but anyway, Jess, did you have one?
Yes, I do. So I've basically been debating with myself whether, I'm still kind of debating and seeing if it's possible. But at some point, I would definitely like to kind of enter the LSCC masquerade. But it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, I like do this thing called costume and play, and if I suck, then I don't want you to think that I'd suck at everything. I'd run the stage.
Aww.
I know, I'm really nervous about it, but I'm obsessed with musicals. So as soon as I saw Ross's performance, I was just like, oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I really want to do. There's this musical, this film musical called Repo, the Genetic Opera.
Yes.
Ah!
Love it.
And I really want to do The Grave Robber. And the song I really want to sing is a song called Zytrate Anatomy. It's not really singing, it's kind of speaking.
Somebody else I know that was talking about wanting to do Repo, and I can't remember who it was.
That's
And it was my friend Sammy. Oh my god, you should totally team up with my friend Sammy and do Repo.
The reason being is because oh my gosh, what's her name? The girl, Jake, you'll know this. The girl in it.
Yeah. Amber Sweet.
Amber.
No, the other one.
Oh, Shiloh.
Shiloh and Amber Sweet, they have the same hair almost. So I really want to do Zytrate Anatomy because I know that I can do it with two people.
Okay, I'm bringing the picture you sent me. Okay.
So that's The Grave Robber, and I really want to do The Grave Robber, and I want to find somebody that would be up for doing a Shiloh Amber Sweet crossover, because it'd be really easy to do because the wig would stay the same. And you would literally just switch between the two characters. So if anybody would like to come.
My friend Sammy does Amber. I remember now when you mentioned Amber. She does Amber.
If she would be up for doing a
probably
sketch.
Would.
Because I've worked out the performance part. You can hear it when I'm like, okay, and they just need to cross and they can change at this bit and I can do the blocking. But when it comes to the costume, I'm not the best at the costume part. So if you'd like
that will be awesome. Zytrate comes in a little glass vial.
A little glass vial?
A little glass vial.
Wow, this is going over my head, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, there's actually going to be quite a few because you got Repo, because the director of Repo and the Saw films is going to be at LFCC. I'm taking my Billy cosplay, and the song I'm trying to rework a little bit is Queen's "Play the Game," but I would sing it as Billy.
Oh, I love the Saw films. That's how I found out about Repo. Oh my gosh, I've got the whole collection. I'm having a geek moment.
Sorry. Have you seen Devil's Carnival?
No, that's the next thing I want to see, because I found out about Devil's Carnival when everybody was like, oh, if you've seen Repo, then you need to go see Devil's Carnival. So I really want to see it. I'm really excited.
Yeah, it is really good. Everyone go see Devil's Carnival. The sequel is out later this year.
So exciting.
Okay, but anyway, to round off, that's our ideal skint. What's a skint? I mean, that's having no money. God damn, language escapes me. Nah. But anyway, so that's our ideal skit songs. But now down to my topic. I think that'll probably close it out because we're just pushing towards time. But like I said, there'll be other shows, and who knows if people don't. We may push out the boat further. We'll go overtime a bit, but for now, let's stick to this nice little format of ours. And my host topic was the divided community, because I've seen a lot of it on my Facebook. What is it? Yeah, the divide in cosplay. So thoughts. And there's been this very strong perception that people are perhaps taking cosplay too seriously now that the fun has gone from the scene. It's all about grabbing likes on Facebook. It's now more about the people. Yeah, it's more about the people. Rather than the costumes themselves. And like I said, when I put this out, there was a very, very strong response. a lot of people have indeed felt that it is indeed a big popularity. Miss Connor Dapnell guy said, it's pretty much how it goes nowadays. It's just a big competition now. And Miss Rosemary Valentine said, I think it's a popularity contest. They think unless they get likes on Facebook or notes on Tumblr, they aren't doing it right. Some people need a real ego wank, literally staring at the screen and refreshing every few minutes. It's quite sad. But the caveat to play to that was a lot of people did say that, here we go. Yes, Miss Yell, shout out to Yell, said there's nothing wrong with taking cosplay seriously, but it's just obviously don't be an asshole belittling others. And that was then echoed pretty much in all the other responses that, there's nothing wrong with taking cosplay seriously, and that, again, as long as, you don't belittle other people. And, I'm a serious cosplayer. I take my stuff really seriously, but I have, I do not, I don't downtrod upon people. Quite the opposite. Every time somebody messaged me, I think that's an honor. They came to me. They actually think my advice is actually worth a damn. I mean, that's crazy considering. Hold up, I've actually even got it written on the side of my sewing machine.
I'm a little bit scared. Like, I could probably talk about this till the cows come home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. Yeah, I've got on the side of my sewing machine the commission date of when I started sewing, which was just, the 19th of October 2013. That was like when I started sewing for the first time ever.
Oh, yay.
That's really cool.
So the fact that people are even asking for my advice, I find that really flattering, and I'm very, very first to offer my advice if I can help. Sometimes it's along the lines of, could you make me an outfit, and I have to decline because I don't really do commissions. But most of the time it's things like, how did I do this? How did I? And I happily give it, and I would expect if you are a half-right decent person, you would do the same. I've heard horrible stories that some people don't.
To be honest, every event I've worked, I can quite genuinely say, and again, I mean, I've not worked huge amounts of events or anything, but every event that I've worked, every cosplay guest that we've had has been amazing and has been so friendly and so welcoming, and literally just been like, oh my god, here's some advice for you, here's all the bits and pieces, and it's great, and as a cosplayer myself, like, I just want, I want to help other people, so that's why I try and do panels and things for people. But literally, like, because I'm such a newbie myself and people come to me for advice, like, a lot of the time I'll be like, okay, sewing stuff I can kind of help with. Props I'm terrible with, so I will send you to Rob usually because he's the best person that I know for props. So I always send people in the right direction for other people when I don't have that expertise myself. Because everyone has different talents and everyone has different learning curves for different things. And again, I'm not the best at character and stuff, but I love doing it. So for me, like, that's a lot of fun. I do cosplay for fun. I don't do cosplay for being super serious.
No. Again, the overwhelming response was the vast majority of people. Let's have a lovely short response. Yeah, Miss Chelsea Hall said, I have lots of fun and I meet lots of nice people. Simple as.
I do it to meet people. I literally do it. That's why I crew, because literally in the cosplay masquerade queue, there's a lot of people that are very nervous and might need a little bit of a laugh. So I will go down the queue and go, "Hey, you could do poses like this, or you could do poses like this, or you could just be just be absolutely ridiculous."
Yeah.
It makes people laugh and it makes people like loosen up a bit. But also, like, I help people and they help me. I can chat to people. I meet so many lovely cosplayers that I could just be like, I'll be really good friends with them. One of my best friends I literally met at a con because I was lending her some fake blood. And I met them that way, and then kind of we're really good friends now. And again, I've got into it through watching cosplay groups like Parlay Productions, for example. That's how I got into cosplay. I was like, they look like having a lot of fun. I want to do some of that. That's cool.
Yeah.
But so that's not to discount the fact that there are. Let's be honest. It's just society in general. You're going to meet dodgy people, but I can definitely say I could probably count them on just one hand. People that, well, you could say they do indeed take it a little too seriously. They don't want to associate with people that have store-bought costumes, because I think that was my. I think that only happened to me a really long time ago and once, and again, those people are very few and far between. Jake, what do you say about this so-called divide? Then, what are your thoughts?
Well, like you're saying, you'll get people like that in any kind of society. The fact that with cosplay, because it links to creativity, to escapism. I do this stuff because it's fun, it's relaxing, and then and it's the whole process, the design, the creation, and then figuring out what kind of voice you're going to do, how you're going to react to people, and then you get a reaction back to them. And like for the last couple of years, like I've actually had people coming up to me, and then actually doing judging and panels, and then I'm just like, well, why am I being asked? I'm just a guy who just does it for a laugh, and I always try and make sure that like when people meet me, that they know that, hey, we're having a good time. Let's go have a laugh, and let's not take like. Absolutely, there are times.
Weren't you actually a judge at EGX?
I was a judge at EGX.
Hold up, I think I got the pickies for that. Yes,
yes,
multimedia powers.
And that was fun. I did a performance panel with Charlotte, and like when we were talking, every time I said my piece, I always made sure that I was looking at everyone in the audience. Now, obviously, yes, in stage work, you have to project to the wall to over the audience. But when I was talking about how to make stuff, I was making sure I was making contact with these people, because these people are sitting down. They may not be in costume. They might find that this whole creative process, it doesn't have to be cosplay. It might just be drawing. It might be even making music or whatever. It's helping them like just be just them.
Yep, I've got your picture right there. There's your Billy. Tabby's behind you, and and Dave's to the far right.
Yeah.
Well, not that kind of far right, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
It was fun. I mean, like, yes, if you see something wrong, you deal with it. Like, if someone's being a jerk, like, you just go over there and just like, look, you're being a jerk, but let's talk this out. Maybe we like each other at the end. Maybe you'll hate me. All I'm doing is I'm interacting with you. We're proving we're alive. We're all here. We're all on this planet together. Let's get on with it. Sorry, I'm getting a bit too deep now.
No, I could get into that, because I literally everyone like that one calls you mummy. Everyone called Mummy Mel and Mummy Tricks. I get as well.
Okay, I didn't know you were that old, but okay.
Basically, I am the person that will, because I'm getting a bit of an older cosplayer. I tend to get quite protective over other people. If they're getting any kind of stick from other people, I will go over and I will be the defense mode. And I will get into that mode, and I will get into the verbal kind of, why are you bothering with that kind of thing. And also, if, for example, people are doing interviews, Jess and I both do this. And for example, at some of the events, you might get some of the people coming up to the more scantily clad female cosplayers, perhaps. And asking them inappropriate questions. That's not good.
Yeah.
You're going to get protective Mel coming out and going, yeah, you shouldn't be asking those kind of questions. Thank you very much. Okay. In a very polite way,
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, because we're pushing to time and we're going to just push on to our last section. But Mel, your final thoughts on this so-called divide? Have you seen it? Are you aware of it? Or
I don't really know. I mean, Jess probably knows more about it than I do, because you do a lot more events than I do.
I'm as scared, like, I can talk about this topic till the cows come home, because this is like cosplay community manager job and things. So I'll try and keep it quite brief. At some point it's probably worth us all getting together and doing like a whole show on it, because I can probably sit there and be like, oh, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this is the history. But yeah, like 4 years ago, when I started doing this, the cosplay divide was ridiculous. Like, I'd see a cosplay group would not talk to an individual cosplayer, and an individual cosplayer would not talk to somebody in the cosplay masquerade, because they were like, oh, I'm a cosplay group, I'm better than you because I raise money for charity. And the individual cosplayer would be like, oh, I am better than you because I just cosplay for the funds. And then the person in the masquerade would be like,
I see, this is kind of a weird kind of form of brinksmanship.
Yeah, like 4 years ago, the whole cosplay scene was entirely disjointed and disconnected. And
some would say it hasn't really changed.
We're trying. Like, this is what I want to do. This is my dream, is to make everybody all with the harmony. But yeah, like, the reason I got into cosplay in the first place was I was a little runner, because you always start off as a runner when you're doing stage stuff, for, ironically, LFCC. And I saw this kid, and he was on the floor, and he was crying because his bow had broke, and he wasn't allowed to enter the masquerade. And he
had a broken bow. What?
Because his costume broke, he wasn't allowed to enter. This is in the olden days. And this was the same for a lot of masquerades. It used to run in an incredibly elitist fashion. So I took his bow immediately, because he was disabled as well. He had a really serious nerve condition in his hands. So I fixed it for him.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, this is pretty deep, guys.
No, bring it on. I want to hear this. Screw the time limit.
Yeah, like, I grabbed his bow and I fixed it as best I could. I screwed in all the screws, I fixed it, and I marched up to the stage team at the time, and I went, this guy's going in. And they were like, excuse me. I was like, he's going into the masquerade. I don't care what you say, he's going in. And they were like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah. And that's why I got into this, because I was like, I've been so lucky and so blessed to kind of have this amazing kind of West End career, and I just went, there's no point. As soon as you get there and you've done it. Like, a stage, it doesn't matter what stage it is, like whether you're doing it at local theatre or you're doing it in the West End, it's the same bloody thing. And it's so, like, when you get to the West End, it's so selfish, because it's all about you and it's all about your next gig. And it's like, I've been really lucky. Maybe I can help other people do that, and maybe I can kind of take this thing called cosplay and turn it into something else. So I sat down, I completely reformatted the masquerade list, which has been used by showmasters for the past 4 years now. I invented a really simple system called the 3-point system. You've probably heard other people use it.
3 points, explain, I'm not familiar.
3-point system basically works by giving... When I started, cosplay didn't have... You were just expected to know how to perform, which is ridiculous. If it's your first time con, you don't have a bloody clue. So I invented a very simple 3-point system where people would just go right of stage, left of stage, centre of stage, and they would pose at each moment. Like 10 seconds.
Fair enough.
And I wrote the masquerade rule sets for showmasters and for various other kind of conventions and things like that around the country. We went all around the country, and we invented this thing called a community masquerade, which is like, yeah, just come in this thing and have fun and just show off your costume. Because I as I say, like, I'm not the best sewer, I'm not the best props maker, but I can take somebody and teach them how to be on a stage. I can show them what to do. I can block them. And,
okay.
Yeah. So I started talking to people, and I was like, guys, why is this so different? You're just dressed in costume. And I felt like I was kind of this noob, like, coming in that didn't really understand anything. But I was like, guys, you're a bunch of people in fancy dress, and you're all adults. Like, can't you just be friends? Yeah. Can't you just get along? And it's been amazing. Like, we've watched so much change happen from back where it was 4 years ago.
4 years ago, so 2011 again. I'm again, me being such an old ass man, and again, we're going to definitely have a show where we're going to bring on fellow salty dogs. I've got a guy definitely lined up in mind, because my first convention is way back in 1998, and what you're telling me is, like, there's even been progression in 4 years. I would say, again, I'll definitely have to bring in my mate to back me up on this, but wow, just 4 years ago? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, that's basically when I started doing this. And yeah, it was a real privilege and a real honour to kind of have the ability just to take this thing and be like, no, I want to change things and make a community thing. So yeah, it's really, like, a lot of people look at it and they think, oh, the cosplay scene, it's so disjointed, and I look at people and I think it was a lot worse. It was a lot worse.
Because to be fair, I'm a totally social person. Like, I literally do customer service as my job anyway, so I'm sort of, I'm like the opposite to Jess.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite to Jess. I do all the socially talk to people things. and Jess does all the stagey things, and then somehow we kind of meet in the middle. But because I'm so super social and stuff, obviously I can basically go up to anybody and chat to them about cosplay. It's such an easy icebreaker with people. And people don't realise, like, if you've got a cosplay that you're wearing and someone else likes that same fandom, or likes a part of your costume, or likes some, you could just go up and start talking to people, and it's not, for me, it's not difficult. I understand for other people it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of socially awkward people, and the problem is, I think we could go back to the original talk of elitism. Now, a lot of people do confuse elitism with shyness, although, okay, I'm not going to focus on it, but a lot of people have said that, yeah, these people, they're definitely shy, and that's probably why they're doing cosplay in the first place, because they definitely want to be a little bit more bolder. And, you know, sometimes people will appear to be arrogant when in fact, no, you're just a stranger to them and stuff like that. That's
The thing is, so if you go up to somebody, even if somebody is quite shy, and you're a genuine fan of their costume or their fandom, you see someone else that's in the same fandom that you are, like Sherlock, for example, and you can go up to someone and start talking. Obviously, that kind of con is a completely separate
whoa,
thing.
we got static. Whoa.
Sorry. That kind of, like, going to
okay.
Sherlock, is that better?
Yeah, thank you.
Going to Sherlock's is a completely different kind of atmosphere, because obviously everyone is there for the same fandom. But go to somewhere like MCM or LFCC or LSCC, and you're going to obviously get all the different fandoms kind of combining. But if I see someone else in a Marvel, costume, I'm very happy, because I'm a Marvel fangirl. So I'm like, oh, I love your Black Widow, or I love your Loki, or I love your whatever it is. And it's just a really good icebreaker just to start talking to people, and then you start meeting more and more people that are into the same thing as you are. At the end of the day, we're all geeks in costumes, or we're all geeks that are at conventions that are maybe approaching other people in costume and asking for a picture. Yeah.
Okay.
And for me, like, it's such an easy icebreaker, because you're already in a costume, or you're going up to people that are in costumes, and for that to just be that easy sort of way of getting into a conversation with somebody.
Yeah, like, I think, like, one of the highlights I had of my cosplay career, don't know what to call it, but when I saw the groups and the cosplayers on the floor and the masquerade cosplayers, and they were all on the same stage, and they were all talking to each other and being happy with each other, like, that to me kind of makes my event at the moment. Like, in terms of where I want to grow it, I want to grow it to the point where, all of this elitism is completely stamped out, that we never hear about a single incident where there's, some dodgy something or other with some photographer going on, or somebody said something mean about somebody's costume. And the other place I really want to take it, beside all the community elements, is that you're dealing with people that were like me in my past, and wherever I look at people and they're dealing with problems and confidence and social anxiety, I just see myself. So being able to help them to the extent where they are on stage and they can perform, but I want to take that one step further. Like, I want to show these people that, cosplay can lead to a career. It can lead to something amazing. Maybe not in cosplay itself, but if you're a prop maker and you're amazing at it, I want to show people that you can go into the theatre. If you sew, you can become a costumer. If you perform, you can become an actor. You can become a director. And even then, like, these skills are so beneficial in life anyway. If you can stand up there, and any business or industry will love you if you say, I can present myself and I can give presentations and I can do these things, because you need that in everyday life and with most of the jobs you work anyway. So, I mean, at Newcastle Film and Comic Con, somebody came up to me, and it turns out that they do a cosplay module in their school for
it was amazing.
Designing costumes, and I literally walked over to the teacher and was nearly crying over her and was like, you are my dream, because you're showing people that this is possible. And to be able to go from having kind of almost a West End career to being like, yeah guys, you can do this too, and it'll be amazing, and it doesn't matter what you do, but you can do it, and it's really beneficial, is kind of where I want to be. So, like, Sherlock to me was a really kind of precious and special event, because it's the first time that we've seen not just a cosplay judge, but the actual costume designer from Sherlock come out and be like, yeah, I'm gonna look at these costumes. And she was so excited and so happy to be seeing people, and she's connected. She knows people. She is the industry. So, and a lot of things are happening backwards now. Like game companies are designing costumes based on cosplays that are made.
Yeah, for sure. Volition and definitely EA, they're giving out cosplay kits, which is really, really amazing. Because before we had to squint, take low quality screen caps. But the fact that companies, no, it's like, especially Volition. It's like, no, this is, if you want to be Kenzie, then here are nice free angles of it if you want. Sorted, safe.
Yeah, so it's like, to me, I'm sorry, I'm still rambling. Like, tell me to shut up.
Yeah, you are. But yes, you are, sadly. But like I said, this is the pilot episode, so we're allowed. Improvements will be made further down the line. But
yeah, so we should totally do an episode on this because it'd be amazing.
That's definitely a subject worth doing in greater depth than just being a slight topic. But like I said, and yes, this is the end of the very, very first the Cosplay Podcast episode 0. And like I said, before we go, where can we find us? Me, I'm not that interesting. So Jess, where can we find you?
Oh, don't. Oh, you're interesting, Danny. Costume and Play, costumeandplay.co.uk, or just go on Facebook and type in Costume and Play, and you'll find us. And Danny, mention your stuff.
No, I'm not going to mention my stuff because it's totally irrelevant. But anyway, I've got something better. I'll mention somebody else. I think that'll be my section. I'll mention other cosplayers. They're far better than me. Anyway, Jake, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me in the shadows. And...
Whoa, your picture's froze.
Right.
He really is in the shadows. Yeah.
I know. I'm behind you now.
You closed down your page, didn't you? You closed down your... you closed down your page, didn't you?
Yeah, I've gone beyond pages and stuff. I know that sounds big-headed and stuff, but if you want to find me, come find me at a convention. We'll have a laugh.
Sweet.
If you excuse me, I gotta save the world.
Spoken like a true geek. By the way, since I'm not going to promote myself, I'm going to promote, here we go on the screen, Small Fry Creations, otherwise known as Small Fry Chan. Excellent top tier cosplayer from Manchester. And yeah, what we got here? We've got her Jack Frost, her Toshi Hitsugai, I think, from Bleach, and her Hannah, and like I said, her Hannah from Attack on Titan, which went viral, and her Gyarados, very, very godlike. And if we scroll down further the page, I think she's doing the stage production of The Lion King, and those are some godlike trousers. But yeah, definitely if you want to check out a much superior cosplayer than the one talking to you right now, check out Small Fry Creation. Far superior. Excellent, and an excellent girl. And like I said, I hanged out with her and Amanda on the last Saturday in Birmingham. Good times. But anyway, that's the...
Elmo, shout about yourself too, because you have a cosplay face.
That's irrelevant. If you... who cares? Anyway, that's the end of the
care.
first... No, it doesn't matter. People will find it.
Seriously cosplay and go and like Malmo because she's amazing. And honestly, cosplay would not be a thing in the UK without her. So go and like her. And it really wouldn't, because like she pretty much is my second in command. So I've just knocked my glass again. I'm a little tipsy. I just knocked my glass.
Oh, sorry, I just forgot to mention. I forgot to mention Mel. Sorry. So, all right, yep. That's how we're gonna find you. But like I said, we're gonna.
Did it for me.
But like I said, that's the end of our first show. So tell us if you liked it, you hated it. Oh yeah, by the way, pro tip: if you downvote the video, it does not affect the video in the slightest. It's not like Reddit where you can vote something to oblivion. It counts as social interaction. So if you really want to hurt my video, say nothing. But now that I've told you it, you probably will do it. But anyway, that's the end of the first episode. So
bye guys.
Bye
It's been nice chilling with you.
See you later. Bye.